All right. It is time, colleagues. I welcome you to the third edition of the ASFI Science Seminar Series. If this is your first time, we have been having these seminars monthly since 2021. And it has been a place we come to exchange ideas, learn some new things, or reinvigorate some of the things we have learned to become better scientists for the purpose of developing our continent and our careers. Okay, so my name is Bright Waro, and I'm the convener of this platform. I'm joining you from the city of Gothenburg in Sweden. Okay, I'm a professor of epidemiology in respiratory diseases and allergology. I have my co-convener, Dr. Eman Sob. I will just call her in to say a few words to you, and then I will kick off the program. But I encourage you, please stay put and ensure that you make your own contribution to today's discussions. Eman, please.
Thank you, Bright. Hello, welcome everyone. My name is Iman Sobh. I am Associate Professor of Respiratory Medicine at Azhar University, Cairo, Egypt. And also I am currently working at Taiba University, Saudi Arabia. I am the ASFI Director of Science Communication and the co-convener of Science Seminar. It is my pleasure to welcome everyone here today to our seminar series. And the theme is about collaboration. And this is a great opportunity for collaboration. And so I invite every one of you to take this opportunity to collaborate with everyone, and multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary areas. Also, it's my pleasure to say happy Easter, Eid al-Fitr for every Muslim brothers and sisters across the world. Today and tomorrow are the first days of Eid al-Fitr for Muslims. So happy Eid and welcome everyone who is today. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Eman, for that. Yes, so please welcome everyone. It's 2 hours we have promised this evening, and we are going to keep to our time. So I encourage you to do what you're doing. Introduce yourself using the chat box so that colleagues can know who you are, where you're from, what you're doing, and explore potentials for collaboration. As I share the screen, please pardon me to put off my camera so that I can be able to focus on the screen. All right. As I said earlier, this is brought to you by the African Science Frontiers Initiatives. And this is our monthly seminar series. We have been running this seminar series since 2021. And it has been a very great pleasure to be the convener of this platform, because I think we have really dug into many issues I believe that are crucial for us as scientists to make us better, and then to empower us to make more meaningful contribution to the development of our continent. So this year, we decided to do something a bit different from what we used to do. In the previous years, we have usually had sessions where we invite speakers from different walks of lives across the continent who come to speak on topics we give to them. And then, of course, you as participants, you listen, and then we move on. But this year, we given the theme we're operating with this year, from collaboration to impact. We see an opportunity not just to speak and listen to or be listened to, but to ensure that every one of us participates in this journey. And that journey is to make these sessions for this year to be more practical. Because when it comes to science and science productivity and contribution to science and research from whatever field you are, it is a place where no man is an island. It's a place where we have to make our contributions come together. It's a place where the reality of the saying majority's power manifests itself. And so we decided to make it a, 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 a year where we can, as we make presentations, we can work together. We can make it more practical. And so we started by creating the collaborative research groups we call CROGS, collaborative research groups, where we have put people into different groups without any agenda, of what they should do, okay? What they should do together. But our goal is to allow people to see how does a research group develop? How does a research group get nurtured? How does a research group become fruitful? Okay? So we have a whole 12 months. We started this in January. So if you're joining now, there's still room, because I believe that many of the research, collaborative research groups are still dusting their desk. So we're giving them 12 months. Take a journey as a group and see what you become at the end of the year. And I think this is an exciting journey that should happen. Okay? So that is what we have for this year. But I will get into more specific things. But let me make a few introductions for those who perhaps are joining us for the first time or not very much acquainted with the African Science Frontiers initiatives, in short, ASFI platform. Just to let you know, our mandate here is based on the recognition that there is no society that develops without active and genuine contribution of science and research. There is no society where science and research take the back burner. Such societies will suffer, both in innovation, creativity, research-oriented development or research-based development. Such societies will have problems. Such societies will become consumer of knowledge than producer. And as you can see, Africa is not far from these things, these characteristics. All right? And our contribution to global quota of knowledge or productivity or science productivity is very, very low. And so this platform is a place where we want to raise the profile of science, but doing it in a way, not just to speak about it, but provide an opportunity for African scientists to develop their capacity, develop their competencies, become better in what they do through the support of every one of us as a platform that emphasizes so much on the African collaboration. So our vision is to raise the next generation of African scientists with the right competencies to drive Africa's developmental and transformation agenda through innovative scientific research. Our mission emphasizes excellence, and for those who have followed us, you'll recognize that we put so much emphasis on excellence. ASFI emphasizes so much on excellence. So if you are allergic to excellence, I promise you this is not a place to be because you become much more allergic. All right? Because in the end, our goal is to support African science that eventually tackles Africa's developmental challenges through research and science. We have many activities we undertake. We have our seminars like we have this today, and this comes the last Sunday of every month. We have our workshops that also occur usually before this year every month, but this year we have the Prof. Warren's Academic Career Talks 101 comes bi-monthly. We had the second edition for this year on Friday. The next edition comes in May. But between the months it comes, we have the career audits that is sandwiched between the months that the career talks come, career audit or career consultation. We have it the first Friday of every month where we come together. It's an open space. You may have career issues you want to deal with. You may have questions, you may have some struggles. You may even have beautiful stories. You may have encouragement to give to other people. It's an open place. 2 hours we gather together. Come with any question, come with any thought as far as it concerns career development and growth. You are welcome. And I believe that nobody is immune from that actually. So and the next one happens on this Friday, this coming Friday. Okay, we have other programs like the match mentoring. We also have research programs. We have hands-on courses on different topical areas. We believe that African scientists can develop their skills. All right, so this monthly seminars we are running from January to June. We are looking at different aspects of the research collaboration, and July to December we'll get into more practical issues. We plan to invite some colleagues to share their experiences, as well as it will be the months we'll be evaluating the collaborative research groups. All right, this the career consultation and the workshop on academic career development I talked about. And then we have the ASFI General Assembly. This is an assembly that brings colleagues from different countries, different places to come together who believe in the ASFI vision, ASFI mission, and would like to support the growth of this organization by becoming members. So members have their own programs as well, and this is one of their programs, the ASFI Tea Time. It happens quarterly. It's 1 hour. They have topical issues. They come together to discuss them. And the last one they had, I think it was early this month, whereby they also put it around the issue of collaboration. So this is an invitation for those who are not part of ASFI General Assembly to please join them. Okay, with regards to our courses, we have round two of the courses we have promised this year. The Art of Science Leadership we had in January and February. Systematic reviews and meta-analysis we just concluded about a week ago. The Art of Academic Supervision is next in line. And then in July, we have the data analysis. The ethics in research is coming up new. It's a new one. It's coming up later. We'll announce that. And then we have some of our signature courses also in the pipeline, research funding and grant writing. And then, of course, the art of scientific writing and publishing. We have some very novel platforms. We have the ASFI Scholar. Um, it's a place we have developed and still developing it. We are still developing it, but it's a place we want to make our collaborative spirit, our research output, our contribution to become more meaningful. So we have created this platform. We believe we bring African scientists across board together to learn from each other, to mentor and be mentored, to collaborate, to publish, and of course, to be visible. If you have not signed up to the ASFI Scholar, I encourage you to do that. We have planned to use it for this collaborative research groups. We'll still come back to that. Um, in a short while, we'll come back to that so that each group will start using the platform for their work. There are a few things we need to fix, and then we will bring you on board on that. But it is not only the collaborative research groups that use this. You can register yourself or sign up, upload some of your materials, your publications. If you have other materials in forms of podcasts, audio, or even videos, you can link your account to other social media platforms. You can link to LinkedIn, ResearchGate, Google Scholar, even Facebook X accounts. You can link all those through this platform ASFI Scholar. All right, this year is a happy year for us as well. Given the milestones we have achieved, it's a year ASFI clocks 5 years, and we are happy. We'll be announcing the date for the anniversary. We plan to have it in July, and I believe that you will make yourself available to join us. Last year, we launched the ASFI Research Journal. It's a multidisciplinary journal we launched to support excellent publication in Africa. And we're happy receiving submissions from colleagues across the continent. We encourage you. It is an ongoing, it's not something that we have period we receive papers, it's continuous. So I encourage you, please spread the news and then, of course, bring your own papers to the journal. All right, so our journey this year is from collaboration to impact. That is a team we are working with. We call it a journey because it's indeed a journey. The goal is to build practical experience of multidisciplinary collaborative research over the course of 12 months to learn and practice how to build a collaborative research group or team, learn and practice how to develop a multidisciplinary research topic, learn and practice how to grow and nurture a collaborative research group, develop skills to identify and deal with challenges and opportunities in a collaborative research group, learn and practice how to troubleshoot and solve problems that arise in a collaborative research group, and then learn how to take your research collaboration beyond the frontiers of academia to build collaboration with industry, government, and other sectors. So it's really loaded. And when we talk about collaboration, these are the things we mean. Wikipedia captured it in a short form and of course in simple language. The process of two or more people, entities, or organizations working together to complete a task or achieve a goal. To complete a task or achieve a goal. In that definition, it means that there's something that brings these entities or group of people together. Okay, it's not a place where you play games. It's a place, I mean, even if you play games, it is game that brings you together. But here is a serious thing that brings us together. So it has a goal we need to achieve. So every research group or the collaborative research groups we have formed needs to have what they are actually together for. All right. The UK Research and Innovation says research collaboration is often an effective way to ensure research impact, provide an opportunity for academics to engage with others affected by and interested in the proposed research. Here it mentioned impact, effective way to ensure research impact. That needs to be actually dissected. Okay, and I started by saying there is a common saying that two heads are better than one. Majority is power. Okay, when you go into research collaboration and you're into it very well, you begin to see productivities that happen beyond what you can accomplish by yourself. Okay? The collaboration you get into begins to develop products that alone you will not achieve. So the impact becomes greater. All right? The impact becomes greater. All right? But even within this definition, says there is something that brings those together. And the parties are interested in it. They're interested in working together to achieve that goal. But it's a journey. Research collaboration is a journey. Last month, we looked at the pros and cons, and I believe that you were really engaged in that. But it's a journey, okay? Many times it can be exciting. Oh, I'm getting into collaboration. I have these people from different places, from Sudan, from Egypt, from Uganda, from Kenya, from Ghana, from Nigeria, from Cameroon, from South Africa, from Zambia. And we're so much. But it's a journey. It is a society within society. It's a society within society. There can be complex scenarios depending on the type of collaboration you have. For instance, I am an epidemiologist. I work in the health area. All right. So collaboration may be easier for me to do when I have somebody working in the same area. But when I'm crossing discipline, then there are some challenges that may arise. It is not a sign that is a bad thing. It's not a sign that is a problem. It's just a reality that happens. Okay? And so we need to understand it. We need to have that understanding of how this works and take that journey. So each collaboration has its own challenges that needs to be dealt with. But here is what is called the team development pathway, the journey team stake. Okay, you have you start. You have the forming stage when the team members first come together as a team, and they can go to performing or adjoin when they break up. Not many teams pass this level. This is the most critical level, the storming. And I've emphasized this in previous sessions. Whether it is within discipline collaboration, interdisciplinary collaboration, multidisciplinary collaboration. When you start a collaboration, there's an excitement in the beginning, at least seeing beautiful faces, seeing big names, small names, all right, seeing different colors, seeing different ideas. There is always excitement. But when you begin to get into it, then the storming stage comes. He says during the storming stage, teams discover teamwork is more difficult than they expected, than they were excited about. What do we do? Who is our leader? And people begin to find personal likes and dislikes. The way this person talks. Um, Maybe this person is talking about me. And maybe that it is normal. But one thing that keeps the team going is that there is a shared goal. So at the storming stage, things may get so disintegrated and the team members fall apart and everybody run on their own way. And what will happen is that where this team is not working, let me look for another team. And you go to another team. But what happens is that as you go to that team, you still carry along what you carry, the baggage you carry from the other side, you carry it. And you soon you discover that the same issue that happened in the other place you begin to, is it about me? Why is this happening to me? Or my village people are doing something. No, it is normal. Now, what you need to do is that's one of the things we'll talk about today. Talk about sociology of research collaboration. Understand that the storming stage will come. That stage that will push you to the wall. That stage where you will not even want to hear each other. That stage where you are that you meet and sometimes there is silence. But once you pass this stage, there's now a beautiful story that begins to. At the storming stage, many of you may start with 10 people, and 7 have gone, and only 3 left. But if you're able to master the situation and come out of it, there is another stage called the numbing. The numbing stage begins as the team moves beyond the storming stage and begins to function as a team. This is actually when you begin to function as a team. When you begin to have better understanding of yourselves. When your attention has moved from personalities, you don't hear that voice where the bright is speaking and no. Now you begin to hear the ideas. You begin to shape in the ideas. You begin to grow the ideas. You begin to nurture the ideas. This is the stage where we'll have what is called alignment. Alignment, so much alignment of purpose. And that beautiful story start coming out. Okay? So this 12 months, we're trying to see what are you going to be doing. You have so much information. All right. And then when that numbing begins to happen, you begin to have stability. He said the team goes to performing. When a team reaches the performing stage, it is functioning as a high performance team. Functioning as a high performance team. Okay. And of course, the adjourning stage is not common where you break up. Most times people continue to work together. Okay, so I will say a few things now. The seminar structure, I will say a few things. We have created the collaborative research groups. You have your own. This will come later on. And then you have breakout session for the 5 minutes. We'll send you out. And then, of course, the teams will go and work together, continue from where you stopped last time, and then we'll bring you back again before we close. Okay, so the collaborative research groups, the goal is for you to build and nurture a fruitful multidisciplinary collaborative team throughout the year. Um, we have planned to be having evaluation of your progress. We'll come back to you during this week. That is a promise. We'll come back to you. We have not come back to you because some people still want to join, but we have given enough time. Those who want, if you have not joined, please, yeah, my colleague, Dr. Ajibola is here, and I think she will put the link. If you have not joined, please make sure you do. You feel that if you have not joined, just if you have not joined, if you have joined don't fill it in. If you have joined or fill it in, but you have not joined, fill that form latest by end of tomorrow. Okay? Because during this week, we are going to send you an evaluation of your progress during the last 3 months. Okay, if you have started last 3 months or during the last two months or wherever you have started, but as it is at the date you get that survey, what progress you have made. All right. And then subsequently, we'll be sending um, the survey to make, because we want to evaluate how this has gone, okay? To learn lesson from it, to learn where we did well, we have not done well, where we can improve, okay? And perhaps it will help us to know whether we actually need to continue it next year. You never know. All right, the sociology of research collaboration. I will run through this for the sake of time. I'm not a sociologist. Well, is that true? Is that true? I'm a sociologist. What? Well. Anyway, I think we are all sociologists anyway. I hope the sociologists here will not be angry with that. But it's a very basic science, isn't it? A science that really helps us to understand who we are and the dynamics of who we are, of the society, of our social life. So I was just looking for a simple definition of sociology, and this is what I saw from this website. It said the study of social life, social change, and the social causes and consequences of human behavior. Sociologists investigate the structure of groups, organizations, and societies, and how people interact within this context. I took this because a lot of things mentioned here. We can dwell on this definition for hours, trying to dissect the things, but it's loaded. It's loaded, actually. But if you bring it to what we're talking about in terms of collaboration, it has relevance. And that is why when we talk about research collaboration or research groups or research teams, the sociology of it needs to be understood. Otherwise, the things I have said about the stages people go through in their research uh, team building or development, they get discouraged. And perhaps they do not know the sociology aspect or sociological aspect of building, developing, nurturing a team. They may not know. And that will cause problems. So that is why we decide to present some aspects, theoretical aspect of team building groups, so that you have an idea of what you are actually dealing with. You're actually dealing with, so that as you make progress in your research, collaborative research group development, you are aware of the things that will come your way. All right. Now, in the context of research collaboration, there is a terminology that is often used: team or group dynamics. All right. It's part of this definition of sociology I've taken: team or group dynamics. It depends on the what you use, whether you call it a team, I will call it group. I don't want to go into there to begin to distinguish what is a team, what is a group. But let's assume they refer to the same thing where you have more than one person coming together to achieve a goal. Okay? And this team dynamics refers to the behavioral relationships and interactions within the team. There are interactions and behavioral relationships that exist. Sometimes you may not be aware of it, but that is actually what makes the team. All right? So the dynamics there, how the team members interact, how they communicate, how they collaborate to achieve common goals, how the teams coordinate their efforts, how they manage conflict and leverage on others' strengths. The unconscious and psychological forces that influence the team's behavior and performance. These are there. There are different personalities that make up the group or the team. In the case we have here now, you have people who are coming from different countries. And each country they have come from, you have very entrenched cultural aspects of each individual that comes together. All right? The languages may not mean the same thing. The way you express yourself may not mean the same thing. Sometimes you may get offensive in something that is acceptable in some other places. You're also coming from different disciplinary leanings, where perhaps the terminologies are used in different contexts and have different meanings. You have young and old. You have differentiation by gender. You have differentiation by experience. So there are many factors that are interplaying there. Some unspoken, some spoken. The last part I've just mentioned is like unconscious. Some of them are unconscious aspect of the things that happen in the team, the sociology of research collaboration. And if you are not aware that these things are real, sometimes you begin to see as if they are negative. But we need to understand the dynamics that make up a team. Because such dynamics influence the team's productivity, your performance, and your overall success. Because it is through understanding them, we can manage them. Because their presence in the team is a reality. A reality you cannot wave by just waving your hand. No, it's a reality that you need to accept. The question is, how do we deal with them? So we need to understand the realities of team dynamics, because without it, our productivity, performance, and success may be influenced even as we go through this year. It can be complex, all right? Complex, influenced by communication within the group, trust within the group, the roles and responsibilities each person has, who is playing what, how are they doing it. It may also be by external forces, because we come from different institutions. The time we should meet somebody has been given an urgent or emergency meeting. All right. Sometimes you may have they call it African time. African time, isn't it? Whereby you fix a meeting at 2 p.m. and somebody is operating by African time. That chronic disease we have that has eaten into the fabrics of many things. And the person is coming 2:30. And the person is coming 2:30. And this person is asking you, where are we? And the person has not even said, oh, sorry, I'm sorry for coming late. This, that happened. It's asking you, where are we? Hello, colleagues, as if everything is okay. External forces, or something is going on around your institution that can have its influence on what you do, even in your team. All right. Okay. Sometimes it can be positive. It can be positive dynamics that happen. All right. And that can enhance the team's um, performance and contribution. All right. If we have things like a supportive environment within the team, or somebody has a deadline, yeah, please, you can do that. We'll try to move on. When you finish, you join us. So there's an understanding spirit. It can also be negative, where the roles are not clear. Communication is nowhere structured. Maybe a bad leader that can cause unproductivity, conflicts, lack of motivation, and lack of progress. All right, these things can affect the team. These are some key elements of team dynamics. And the first one here is communication. Lack of communication, or bad communication, or unclear communication can become a problem for the team. But when the communication is clear and open, then it helps the team to grow. The second one is trust. Is trust. Lack of trust, lack of accountability can be a problem for a team. All right? We have roles and responsibilities. Where the roles are not clear, each person's role is not well defined, each person's responsibility is not well defined, or people don't even understand their roles and their responsibilities, that can cause complexities for the team. All right. And then you have conflict resolution. The fact is that conflict is a reality we face, from micro relationship to macro relationship is a reality. So that conflict exists is not always negative. The issue is, how do we resolve the conflict so that they don't linger? If they linger sometimes in the team, they become personal, and that will cause problems for the team. And then you have motivation and engagement, where team members are not motivated very well. It may influence their engagement. Okay? So if you relate this to the stages I have described before, the teams go through stages of development. Each stage of team development has its own recognizable feelings and behaviors, meaning there are dynamics that occur. If we understand why things happen and the way they are happening, it will be an important process for us to deal with them. All right? Team effectiveness is enhanced by teams' commitment to reflection and ongoing evaluation. That is why I have told you we have this bi-monthly questionnaire we send. We'll continuously also bring it up. But within your group, please find a way to evaluate what is working well, what is not working well, Can you find a way to know why they are not working well or what can make them work well? All right. So in addition to evaluating accomplishment in terms of meeting specific goals for each team to be high performing, it is essential for them to understand their development as a team. You need to understand the development as a team. You have Patrick Lencioni who has given this nice description of the ideal team player. Someone who has humility, at the same time is hungry, and at the same time is smart. The person needs to have these three qualities in the same person. If you have humility and you lack hunger and you are not smart, he said you are a pawn. Anybody can use you and accomplish there. If you have humility and you are hungry, but you are not smart, he said you are accidental mess maker. If you are hungry and you are not humble and you are not smart, he said you become a bulldozer. You clear anything before you. But if you're hungry and you're smart, he said you become a skillful politician if you're not humble. If you're smart and you're not hungry, you're not humble, you are just a charmer. If you're smart, you're humble, but not hungry, you are a lovable slacker. But the ideal team player is the one who imbibes these three characteristics. And so if you want the dynamics of your team to be positive, then everyone needs to aim to be an ideal team player. Everyone needs to aim to be that. He said, what makes humble, hungry, and smart people powerful, and unique is not the individual attributes in themselves. It's not that you're humble or hungry or smart, but rather they require combination of all three. They require combination of all three. They require combination of all three. All right. So please work to be an ideal team player. So how do you manage the team dynamics? There are some prescriptions, 7 of those. Establish clear goals. Set clear, achievable goals for the team. Ensure that everyone understands the objectives and how their roles contribute to achieving them. That is number 1. Number 2, foster open communication. Create an environment in your group where team members can feel comfortable to share their ideas and concerns. Create that environment. You need to intentionally create it. Encourage regular meetings and check-ins to facilitate communication. All right. Number 3 is to build trust, promote transparency and consistency in your interactions in your group. All right. Let there be reliable behavior and mutual respect for everyone. Okay. Number 4 is to clarify roles and responsibilities. Clearly define and communicate each member of the group's role and their responsibilities. Once you have agreed on that, please find a way to communicate it. And the leader of the group or the coordinator of the group, whatever name you have to call it, it should be there to remind people. Okay? Once their roles are communicated, defined, this helps to avoid confusion and ensure that everyone knows their own expectations in their role. Address conflicts promptly. Address conflicts as soon as they occur, all right? Or as soon as they arise. Use effective conflict resolution techniques to find solutions. And I tell you, sometimes this can be problematic because some of us are difficult. But I hope that you can handle that. Encourage team building. Engage in team building activities to strengthen the relationships that exist in your group and improve collaboration. And then, of course, monitor and adjust what happens. Monitor these different areas together as a team. All right. And then you have Patrick Lencioni as well has given here. I will not go through this, similar to what we have seen here now, but it's another way. He has given this function of a team, and then on the left side, characteristics of high performing team. Start from lack of trust is a dysfunction, fear of conflict is a dysfunction, it's a, it's a dysfunction, lack of commitment, avoidance of accountability, and inattention to results. Okay. All right. So yeah, please, if you have not put your name or your group number to your name, please do so now because I'll be sending you to your breakout sessions. Sorry, I didn't remember to tell you that earlier, but please. So we'll have 45 minutes. I will send you out and then I'll bring you back after that. So I will send you to, we have 12 CROGs, and I hope that you can. So each person join. So CRG number one will join room number one, and then it continue like that. CRG number 12 will join room number 12. You know your rooms, so I'll open the groups now, the breakout session, and the countdown starts now. If you do not have any group now, if you do not have any group now, please just join any group, and note the group you have joined. Note the group you have joined. And then Ajibola will put the email on the chat box when we return. Use that email to communicate or inform the group leader to communicate with Dr. Ajibola of any new person that joins your group. So the groups are open now, and I will bring you back in 45 minutes. So please enjoy your group work. All right. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you have had a good time. Because of the Eid celebration, perhaps that has affected some groups. But never mind. As I informed some groups I visited, much of the activities that actually happen with the collaborative research groups happen in their respective groups, WhatsApp group and other platforms they use. So if you are joining for the first time, so please endeavor to join them. And if today is your first time, inform the group coordinator. And if you don't know the group coordinator, who is an old member in that group, inform the person so that your name can be sent forward, so that we can put you on the list we have. So please, that is very important so that we can track what is happening and ensure that you are in the right place. All right. I don't know if there are any challenges with the groups. While I didn't visit all the groups today, is because many of the groups are just still trying to get themselves together. From next meeting, I will ensure that I go through the groups and then see what is happening and if there are challenges. That is one. The second thing is that since the groups usually meet outside the seminars, which should be the case because you can't be just meeting once in a month when we meet in the seminars. You should find another time you meet. So if that is the case and you think you have questions or you have things that you would like to um um you would like things to discuss, you need our attention. So please invite me to your group and we'll discuss to support you. As you have seen in the presentation of today, there are various group dynamics that happen. And so the idea is so that you know the realities and see how you can navigate. You can take these issues into account to understand the nature of your group, what is happening, and be able to navigate properly. I see a hand. I can take that and see um, what uh, is happening in that group. And if you have any thoughts, even at this time, please just raise your hand. And yeah, I will recognize you. We can have brief discussion on this before we close for today. Nursing, yeah, the floor is yours, please.
Thank you so much, Doctor. You had earlier asked a question, any challenge we met in our groups? Yes, for group 4, yes, one of the major challenge we have is right now, according to our WhatsApp membership, we are 27, but as of today's session, we are only 5 in group 4. And we come to realize that some of our members, there are members that are in more than one group. Like I shared earlier, our chairperson have actually just WhatsApped him and he has confirmed he was transferred to group 11. Yet he's also still part of group 4. So I was requesting you and your team to help and confirm of the 27 the true membership of group 4. Then we can be able to work with that confirmed team to create a new leadership structure and see how to move forward.
Yeah, there is no room for people to join more than one group. Where we have it in our record is where we count you. So this is not a matter of choice, choosing where to jump to. Some people want to see the faces of their friends, or no, that is not the case here. We are quite very serious with these things. It's not a place you feel comfortable. There is no comfortable here. It is for you to go and break barriers and make something out of nothing. And so until you have that mindset and you're ready to do that, this will be really meaningless to you. So we have the record of where we have assigned people into those groups, and we want people to be there. So with regards to group number, I mean, we have sent out the group the group membership in the Excel form we have, or I've sent it out so that people can identify if their names are missing. So you are not permitted to jump ship, to jump from one group to the other. Otherwise, you will keep jumping, and until you receive the Guinness World Record of jumping groups, and that is not what we want here. Yeah, but we'll make with the feedback we have received from the groups. We'll make updates, and then we'll come back to the groups to cross-check one more. Yeah, I have Abdul Hamidu, please.
Thank you, Prof, for this collaborative meeting. My issue is I was formerly in Group 4, and then with the new list out now, I've been sent to Group 11. Well, that's just, I've already reported in Group 11, and we have started working. My concern with Group 11 is we are spending a lot of time in Group 11 trying to get some data about ourselves, your discipline, your papers you produce. I was thinking that this is not relevant. We should just go ahead and think about the area I want to concentrate on and see how we can move. Since this is a multidisciplinary, transdisciplinary issue, so, but I want us to be guided. Thank you.
Yeah, I think that is important. I've not visited your group to know what is happening there, but there are two aspects to this, and every group needs to be mindful so that you do not overtly emphasize one aspect above the other. One aspect is that, yes, you engage in a project that you carry out, but the other aspect is also to grow the group, to build a group, to nurture the group, to become better, to know yourselves well. All right. And that aspect requires better knowledge. So if the sharing of information, sharing your CV and things like that will enable you to achieve that aspect of growing, knowing yourself better, I think it is good to give it adequate time, but not too much time that is unnecessary. So there is need for balancing between development of the group as well as the product you come out at the end. So give it sufficient time that is required. Like I showed today, when you go to the storming stage, that is a stage that, because of lack of a better knowledge of the group members and of course what you would like to do, many people tend to fall out. So group number 11 is already getting to that point, and then you can see that some differences may bring tension, but how you handle that tension is the most important. The tension is not a problem because the tension will always come. Okay, let's hope that you navigate it. Like I said, if you need my contribution, just let me know. I can join your group to see what can be done. Our ultimate goal is that we can support you to not only live as a group by the end of this year, but also to transcend and continue to work together even in the future. I hope that is good enough. Okay, so for those who have just joined today, I encourage you to join your WhatsApp groups. So please join your WhatsApp groups and continue the conversation there. The fourth edition is coming on the 27th of April, Collaborative Research and Multi-Sector Environment. That will be our presentation. So please try to join. And then just to remind you that next Friday will be the career audit consultation. Some of you are in a place where you are asking yourself some questions. Some of them are inaudible questions. You are internalizing yourself. Some of them you have been wondering what is next for you or where to go. The career audit is 2 hours. Is actually 12 noon. I'm not sure why I keep having 1 p.m. That's because the workshop itself is 1 p.m. But it's 12 noon to 2 p.m. GMT. The first edition we had was good. People came and then we were able to discuss quite a lot of things. So I encourage you to come. Some of you mentioned that you had questions you would have loved to ask during the last Friday presentation. So please bring them forward to this meeting, and then we'll do our best to talk together. This concerns those who are starting, those who are even if you don't have questions, you have contributions to make, please help us and come around so that we can see how we can support ourselves. All right. Then we had the first things first, the career talks, a solid foundation. We had it on Friday. And then the third edition of the career talks is coming on the 30th of May. And that will be beyond the foundation, framing the structures. I think this is quite important. If you missed the last Friday one, I tell you, it's something that you have to watch again. If you belong to ASFI information platform, I think Dr. Jibola will encourage you. Please post it there again, because I think that presentation is quite important for everyone. For those who want to build a solid foundation, for those who want to reframe their foundation or make adjustment to their foundation. So please post it again so that those who have missed last Friday presentation can have it again. All right, the art of academic supervision. I have to say this, not everyone who supervises has had the training to do that. And so it's an art as well as is a science. So the art of doing it is really what we want to teach here. How do you do your supervision to get the best out of it for you and for your supervisee? We encourage you to register. ASFI courses, you see, they are capacity building focus. And then making sense of data. Yeah, data analysis is a skill nowadays that you can't run away from. The art of science, art of academic supervision is a low cost course. It's a low cost course, and don't miss it. For the making sense of data, is quite loaded. Is a place where we go from defining what data is to writing about it, and so it's loaded. And I encourage you to come around. Yeah. If you're not a member of ASFI, you are missing a lot. Please find a way to join us. Join the bandwagon, and I believe that we'll all be happy with it eventually. So I thank you, colleagues, for coming this evening. I wish you a very wonderful week, and for our Muslim brothers and sisters who are celebrating their religious activity, have a very wonderful time. Yeah, the mics are muted now. You can speak if you want to speak. This is all we have for you this evening. We see you again on the 27th of April for this particular activity, but otherwise, SFI has many activities lined up you should not miss. Have a good night and have a wonderful week ahead.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you,
very
bro.
much.
Thank you very much.
Thank
This
you.
group 10 is inviting you in advance.
Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro.
Thank you.
Group 9 also, sir, is inviting you.
Thank you, Prof. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Prof.
Thank you.